On tonight's episode, get the butter, because we're making a lobster gut.
Monty in space!
A priest was caught having sex with women.
Mars needs nannies.
Mini brains, anyone? They're Neanderthal.
Where's my beer?
All this and more in tonight's episode of Your Weekly Concern. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Taylor Conley.
Tag. You're concerned.
Sure am. To start things off, this picture of chickens has brought a lot of concern, thinking that they might be performing some kind of delicious pagan ritual. But I think the leader of the pack is just drunk.
Aha! This just in. This raccoon stole my beer!
Off the coast of Spain, more orcas have joined the fuck boats trend, or as they prefer to say, voyeur barcos. Researchers have speculated that this is a retaliation to all the injuries due to rudders. But we all know it's because they think Columbus Day is bullshit.
NASA researchers have expressed concern that since they've been working from home, their cats may have figured out how to command a ship somehow. Now, I'm not sure what kind of smart guy cats these guys think they got. I mean, mine can't even find a piece of food if I drop it right in front of his face on the floor. I'm a NASA scientist. I'm so smart. I can only have smart pets. Me, smarty kitty. Kitty's so smart. Jerk-offs.
A recent Facebook group has become popular. Plans to create and worship our Leviathan lobster god. The premise of this group is based on the fact that lobsters never stop growing or die of old age. In fact, they die when they are too large to molt or when ordered at a restaurant. Now, they actually have a clever and plausible plan to take a lobster and help it grow and molt its shell over several generations. Now, this movement has triggered the hate of another group, plans to eat that other group's lobster god. Now, obviously the lobster god people were not happy about this, and neither was this group. Plans to eat the group that plans to eat the other group's lobster god. We're not sure how this is going to shake out, because this could all be foiled by this group. Plans to steal the lobster god away from the group that plans to eat the lobster. Meanwhile, across the pond you have the blobfish army growing, and the even more annoying evangelicals. And after all this, all I say is, live long and lobster.
And if you think this is gross, you gotta see what happens when it makes poop.
There's a goddamn emu loose in Jacksonville, which can only mean one thing. Soon.
Birds are real, Taylor. Emus are birds.
My God.
In Ohio. We got some complaints that last week's episode looked a little green. And, this one too. But it's all you! We're doing great! You got the googly moogly eyes! Sasquatch! We haven't confirmed if this is in fact a Sasquatch, or just the elusive former sax player from Seals and Croft. We'll keep you updated as more information comes our way.
I like that Sasquatch. By the way, is that a Sasquatch-omophone?
That's a scooch-gitch-gitch-you.
Hey kids, stay away from this banana slide. Don't listen to him. There's no candy at the bottom.
Colorado man has been using acai berries to make a healthy meth. Kind of like the Whole Foods of meth guys. But you know what's even healthier than that? Not smoking meth.
Orange are glad they're not rocks. In northern Italy, the Battle of the Oranges happened again this year, using 60,000 crates of oranges, equaling to about 400 tons. In a related story, cases of scurvy continue to rise in northern Italy.
Good thing we aren't wasting food or anything.
No, not at all.
Clapton has been laying low, presumably still engorged on satisfaction from last week's big kill. Although he did go out for hamburger when he offed Naked Ray Gun bass player Pierre Kesley. Now, I'm not sure what he has planned next, but we do know that we should probably form a human shield around Willie Nelson and the members of Black Sabbath. Be careful.
A priest was arrested after being caught recording himself having sex with 2 dominatrixes on an altar. Now, because the altar was properly desecrated, according to church law, when something sacred such as an altar is violated, it can only be repaired through penitential rite before it can be used. Or you could just get a new table. Days later, a couple priests came by and performed a ritual to restore the altar's sanctity. Now, they didn't say what the ritual was, and I also didn't know you could unmolest furniture. In fact, I could think of a couple of altar boys that could use this ritual. On second thought, just leave them alone.
While boarding a plane in Ukraine, a woman has been banned for life after she just let herself out of the emergency exit onto the wing of the plane for some air. Both John Lithgow and William Shatner picked her out of a lineup immediately.
Scientists grow petri dish mini brains from Neanderthal DNA, I assume as a way to make mini caveman. Tune in a couple months when you see their mini dongs.
Just a reminder, get out and vote.
Oh yeah.
Fran Drescher has claimed that her and her husband had been abducted by UFOs, maybe as some kind of a intergalactic catch-and-release program. I don't know. Anyway, her husband disputes the claim, saying that had never happened. To which Fran Drescher says, of course that's what he'd say. That's just what the aliens want him to say. Meanwhile, cleverly named former Senate Majority Leader Harry Reid kind of backs this claim up by saying that the government has been covering up alien encounters and secret Pentagon UFO projects for years, even using alien technology as weapons. Which begs the question, did they weaponize Fran Drescher?
Scientists now have their first recording of a black hole devouring a star. They call the process spaghettification, and that's what concerns me the most. Some scientists witnessed such a unique phenomenon, and the best word they could come up with was spaghettification? Gee, I wonder what you were eating when you came up with that one, Giuseppe. I would have loved to have been in the room when that came up. I don't know, that looks more like Alfredication to me. Yeah, trust me, that is one powerful angel hairball. I'm just saying I think it's troubling times when someone who's gone to more school than me with better grades looks at such a spectacular event and goes, uh-oh, spaghetti black holes.
Now, I know that we should be concerned about the rising levels of magma in Yellowstone's supervolcano, and normally I'd be extremely concerned about it. But that thing's taking forever. Besides, you can't spell concern without CERN, where they've got a particle accelerator capable of opening a parallel dimension. Now, it could be one of the good ones, but we all know how 2020 has been going. A little bit like this. So, we know how that's going to turn out. So go ahead and do it. Just go ahead. It's not like any of this matters anyway. We're all doomed!
Yep, so thanks for tuning in. See you next week.
We're all gonna die! Astronaut Monty!